No one could open a safe for 40 years. A tourist cracked. That's how much time Stephen Mills said it took him to open a safe that was sealed for at least 40 years. A feat even locksmiths had declared was probably impossible. I am pretty sure my jaw dropped to the floor, Mills, a resident of Fort McMurray in Alberta, told the Washington Post on Wednesday. I was like, oh.
Raindrop, truck top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.